Hey, what's up? This is Chosen. Hope you're having a fantastic middle of your week. This is going to be a Raid Shadow Legends video where we wrap up everything happening right now. We've got a new episode of Call of the Arbiter debuting tomorrow surrounding Aethel as a champion. We have also got the end of the Artak chase. For those that have been actively logging in, they will acquire him. And who would have thought? Artak seems like he's a little bit bugged out the gate, so we will discuss that. And then it's also day 2 of CVC and lots of stuff happening right now in game. Let's get into it. Alrighty, first of all, yesterday, apologize, my audio was a little bit messed up, I think, and it was one of those things where you restart your computer and some of your settings get changed and you forget to kind of adjust them back to normal. So hopefully mic is sounding a little bit better and more normal today. My gain kind of got hiked up, so it might have sounded a little bit distorted in yesterday's video, but hopefully we've got it sorted out now. But if you've been logging in the last few days, the important thing is to rip the tape, the plastic off of Artak. We can remove the red dot and he is available right here. Now, Plarium did talk about on Discord, there was a little bit of bugs associated with him early on in the acquisition process for some people, but they did restart the game and kind of hot fix that patch. So hopefully you've been able to acquire him successfully. And I'm going to need to look into a few more of these things today, maybe get time to stream. Hopefully we'll see how the workflow is going. I know things are crazy right now with the Diablo 4 stuff as we move into Diablo 4's launch, but I'm trying to make time for streaming Raid as well. But anyway, just to keep you in the know, there seems to be a visual bug I see people talking about on Reddit with the HP display, kind of similar to some stuff we saw with UDK. And then also there was a video from Saf in HH Gaming talking about how he is bugged, and from what I can glean and following this is that it seems like he might be getting a multiplicative bonus on that passive for the speed as to like an additive bonus. So he's getting like way crazy insane numbers for his speed, and it's just something that you kind of want to be in the know on, because we need to get in touch with Plarium and get some clarification on some of these things before you build like really finely tuned teams with Artak. But I'm sure we'll know that by the end of the week here, and we'll keep kind of pushing for it. And it's kind of funny because you have some people in here, that are mad at Saf for breaking this because it's a bug that seems to make Artak better. If it is a bug, it makes Artak super strong. And I've had to deal with that before. You're in a tough spot as a creator because your viewers subscribe to you to, have you be authentic and honest with them and keep them in the loop on news. But then there's some things that benefit players, like, the Nodgar bug where he's blasting the Sand Devil Necropolis. And, back in the day, they had one with like a level 1 seer was one-shotting the spider. And it's like, the more content creators that cover this stuff, these things that benefit the players, the quicker they get fixed by Plarium, and then it's not helping the players. So it's like you're caught in this catch-22 as a content creator where you want to be honest with your viewers and cover things that, like if I know about a trick, I want you to know about it. I don't want to hide knowledge from my subscribers. But, Saf going ahead and kind of diving into, I do recommend checking out that video. I'll link to it down below if you want to check it out, because he does a great job diving into the math and the calculations. I'm trying to give you like the too long didn't watch, like quick hit news version. But anyway, I say all this to say, be careful about your Artak teams, because it's possible that he gets an adjustment to this passive coming up soon here. But Artak definitely is a top champion in the game. On our tier list, we've got him grading out somewhere around like the top 20, top 25 champions in the game in terms of like general utility within the algorithm of our tier list. And I am going to do a dedicated video on him for sure, get a fancy like infographic with all the masteries and everything out there, definitely. But I do want to wait a day or two and get some clarification from Plarium, make sure he's more rock solid. And I'm not going to like do a video on him that ends up having a bunch of misinformation that I have to delete and redo because they end up adjusting him in some way or something. And we've actually got other news as well. We've got Plarium making an adjustment to the live arena. And then also, okay, like, is it just me, or does Plarium have an anniversary for something like every 8 days? I swear it's like the, Plarium's office anniversary, Plarium's company anniversary, Raid's, 4-year anniversary, Raid's anniversary since they did this. There's just all, I'm joking, like, it's fine. The more events for us, the better. It's just kind of fun. It's just something funny I noticed. There's always some sort of Plarium anniversary going on. But what they're going to be doing in honor of this anniversary is they're going to be doing tomorrow starting, they're going to be launching a Banner Lord tournament with in-game activities, and you will get 2 promo codes with awesome rewards. And then also they're going to be doing one of the path events, which that can be really hit or miss, and then also the deck of fate, you know, the one where you have to like flip over cards and get ones to match, and then you get like a chest in relation to what cards you flip over. And then the important things to note for the live arena, it says quality of life improvements. I don't know if it's quality of life improvements. I mean, I guess if you consider like queue times and losing less play, I mean, I guess it technically could be quality of life depending on how you look at it. But anyway, the point is they're going to be making silver a little bit easier to climb within, because you will lose 1 point instead of 4 if you're in silver 1 and 2, and you will lose 2 points instead of 4 if you are in silver 3 and 4. So it's going to be a little bit easier to climb in silver, and you won't need to win quite so consistently. And then it says matchmaking system adjustments. So also the game will now search for opponents in the 4 closest tiers as well as your current tier instead of the 2 most closest tiers. And the example they give is if you're in silver 2, your opponent is going to be within 4 tiers. So it's going to go all the way from bronze 4 to silver 4, because you're in silver 2. So it's kind of like on both sides, you get that 4 league tier of a spectrum. So yeah, so what they're trying to do is probably do a better job with the queue times and get people into matches faster. Sometimes, depending on your tier, you can have a decently long queue time. This will definitely make the queue times a lot faster, but it's gonna create more stomps. You're gonna face more teams that you just have no chance against, and you get completely obliterated. So I tend to lean towards longer queue times with a higher percentage of fair matches, but let me know if you disagree. We'll see how this plays out. And it is also day 2 of a CVC, which means we won't be getting another CVC for like 12 days because there'll be an off week next week. And I don't anticipate people pulling a ton of shards because Plarium does so many events, especially around void shards. And there also should be a void guarantee coming up at any point in time now. They're way overdue. For how fast they were doing them the last like 6 months, they're way overdue on having a void guarantee. So there's got to be one brewing in the Plarium back alleys to be hitting the airwaves soon here. But there is a 10x for a new void legendary that is very good in Grosger. So, you know, maybe people that are higher spenders that have some shards to burn, I could see them maybe YOLOing for the void 10x today. But for like 97% of people, they're going to be saving their void shards for right now. As far as the tournaments and events going on in game, there isn't a whole lot to talk about around like Jetney and stuff. I mean, those of you that are deep in it and going for Jetney, you kind of know what to do. Focus on your spider tournament and your champion training tournament. And then for events, you're going to be double dipping with the dungeon divers. So pretty straightforward for today as far as Jetney is concerned. And it looks like only about 20% of you are going to be going for Jetney still at this point. But if you are one of those 20%, you know, good luck and just focus on your spider and your champ training and double dip with the dungeon divers and you will be okay. Also, a good thing to check on Wednesdays is make sure you have scooped up your clan quests yet, because they reset yesterday, I believe. And then it's also a good day to focus on that stuff because it's the same day that the Hydra resets. So you can jump in and claim your Hydra rewards and also get your keys out of the way if you want to be diligent about that. But that's not all that's new. The Doom Tower is going to be closing in a day and a half. I actually went through yesterday and did a bunch of these secret rooms. I did like 90% of the secret rooms. And then it's just the ones that I got to like min-max, like the 2 or 3 of the hardest ones. I need to go through like those rare attack ones and all that. I got to go through and get those done today. But make sure you're focusing on that stuff because it is either new or resetting soon with the Doom Tower. And we're less than a day away from episode 2 for Aethel, and around that episode we will give away the resources from those of you that left the comment in episode 1, and then I'll also let you know how to win some resources from episode 2 by being a subscriber here on the channel, and then we'll also get you the coverage of the episode within just a few hours on the website, kind of breaking down the summary of what happened and letting you know what code to plug in the code chase so you can scoop up some free resources there. Then in turn, yep, there we go. Plarium knows the offers are popping up for me here. So okay, we've got the voids obviously coinciding with the 10x during a CVC, and you know the drill on this one. It's going to be pretty close to a 1.0 or a little bit less. So the high spenders kind of scoop up these void packs, but they're not an amazing offer. Been a while since we saw the 101% mini mix packs, so hopefully those come back soon. Nothing really to talk about. An average energy pack, and then the same thing here. A little bit below average pack. Soulstone. Oh, this is the better version of the Soulstones. They do 2 different price points for their Soulstones, and this is the better of the 2 Soulstones. So if you are in a spot with your raid budget and spending to purchase Soulstones, this would be one that you probably want to go for. Because what you can see here is if we put in a 20 and then we get the 240k silver, and it was 24 of the mortals, and you can see that is a 1.21. So it's getting close to that 1.25 to 1.5 tier where it's good for mid spenders. So worth looking into if you are the type to spend on blessings with your raid budget. Now, for me personally, probably not. I like to wait until it's closer to 1.5. So for me to buy it, it would probably need to have, let's see, would 30 get it done? Would 30? Yeah. If it was $20 for 30 Soulstones, that would be one that I consider. If it was like 35, then I would definitely buy it. I like to wait for the ones that are in that 1.5 to 1.7 tier. And if it's approaching 2.0, then I usually definitely buy it. Oh, and obviously we have to plug in the instant power pack for Artak, because a lot of people are going to be pulling Artak and be curious about this one. So let's go ahead and reset this. We've got the $80. That is a big pack. All right, so 500k and 800 gems. I'm just gonna do these in order, and then it'd be 15. Actually, wait, let's wait on the potions to scroll down. 1000 energy, and then 5 rank 5 chicken. So it'd be a lot better for people that are high spenders in early game. 160 brews. You can do some damage with that on leveling him. He does actually take 12 legendary tomes, so it is exactly enough to book him. I think he takes 12. We can check that, but just off the top of my head, I remember it being 12. And then be 15 superiors. Is that it? No, it's you get the magic as well. 21 plus 15, 36 superiors. All right, and then I'll show you so you can fact check me here. The 5 there, and I think that is right. So okay. And yep, looks like we got it all. So what does it actually grade out as? We've got a 1.05. Yeah, $80 is a little bit too expensive. This should have probably been 70, like $69.99. It would have had a nice ring to it. Come on, Plarium. This should have been $70 instead of 80. 80 is just kind of falling it in line with everything on average. But I would say for an early game player, like someone who isn't able to slam 12-3 brutal yet in the campaign, and they aren't able to do stage 20 of the potion keeps, if that kind of a player is trending more towards a high spender who spends a couple $100s a month, then I could see this one making sense, because Artak is a really solid champion, especially for a new player. So yeah, not an amazing pack, but I could see it making sense for the right high spender at the right spot in the game. And also, if you missed it yesterday, shout out to Deadwood Jedi hosting a really cool event. The finals of the Hydra tournament, the Hydra Creator Clash, is down to, it doesn't show on here yet, but it's down to Scratch versus Nub Raids. And those finals will be tomorrow, kind of close to when they premiere the episode of Call of the Arbiter. So you got lots of exciting stuff to watch tomorrow. And shout out to Deadwood for putting together an amazing event. Boom, there we have it. Also, I don't think I've ever actually officially said it, but I always get questions in the comment sections about these 2 things in my room. The one on the on that side, and then there's one over there on that side, and they blow like water vapor. They're mostly just for decoration, to be honest with you, because they kind of look cool. Like this one over there, kind of like blowing the red fire water vapor. But they also, you can do things. I usually just put water in them, to be honest, but you can do some cool things like put essential oils in them to keep the air like fresh and smelling good in the room and whatnot. But it's mostly just a studio decoration. So that's the story behind those in the background. But anyway, appreciate all of you. Remember to subscribe on your way out if you enjoy daily Raid Shadow Legends content. I will keep you in the loop for the Arbiter episode and get you the wrap up on that, and keep covering everything happening for you in game as we move into the end of the week. And I'll see you soon in the next video. Thanks for watching. Peace.